It was supposed to be a peaceful Saturday morning. I had just arrived at my lakefront property to check on some renovations before my new tenants moved in next week. The sun shimmered on the water, birds chirped, and the smell of pine filled the air. I had barely stepped onto the porch when I heard tires screech. "Excuse me. You can't be here," a sharp voice cut through the stillness. I turned to see a woman in her late 50s marching toward me with a clipboard and fury in her eyes. Her pastel cardigan was buttoned up to her throat, her pearl earrings bouncing with every step. I'd met her once before at the HOA meeting. "Karen, of course." "I'm sorry?" I asked calmly. "This is private HOA property," she snapped. "And you're trespassing. This lot isn't for public use." "Now, before I call the cops, you don't need to do that," I said, holding up my keys. "I own this property." Her eyes narrowed. "You own this house?" I smiled slightly, already sensing where this was going. "Yes, I've owned it for 3 years. I rent it out occasionally." Karen scoffed. "That's impossible. I know every homeowner in Lake Serenity Estates, and your face isn't one of them." I pulled out the folder from my bag and offered it to her. "Here's the deed. You can call the county office if you like." Instead of taking it, she whipped out her phone and dialed 911. "Yes, hello? There's a man trespassing at 415 Lakeside Drive. I think he may have forged documents. He claims he owns the property. Yes, I think he stole land from the HOA." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Minutes later, a squad car rolled up, lights flashing. 2 officers stepped out, hands near their belts. Karen practically ran to them. "Thank God you're here. He won't leave." One of the officers approached me, hand resting on his holster. "Sir, can we talk for a second?" I handed him my ID, the keys, the deed, and even the renovation permits. He looked through them slowly, then turned toward Karen. "Ma'am, everything checks out. He's the legal property owner." Karen's mouth dropped open. "That can't be right. I'm the HOA president." The officer shrugged. "That doesn't override property ownership. In fact, sir," he turned back to me, "you're listed as the landlord for the adjacent property as well?" I nodded. "Yes, the one she rents." Karen's face drained of all color. "I've been meaning to talk to you about that." I added, "Your lease renewal's up next month. Given today's events, I don't think I'll be offering an extension." She gasped, suddenly speechless. The officers left soon after, shaking their heads. I stood for a moment, taking the scene. Karen, HOA president, had just called the cops on her own landlord, accusing him of stealing his own land. It was poetic. Later that week, I posted cameras around the property. I wasn't taking any chances. And when her lease expired, I made sure she had exactly 30 days to vacate. The lake was quiet again, peaceful. And this time, no one screamed, "Trespasser." Because the truth always floats to the surface, even in Lake Serenity. For more real stories of justice and unexpected twists, comment, share, and subscribe to QZ Stories.